Good morning. Welcome to the app. Today I'm joined by Carlos is back.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
How's it going, Carlos?
Good, mate. Good.
Long time no see.
It has been a while. Yeah. How you been, man?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Good. Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good. I'm a little bit sunburned, a little bit tan, but yeah, doing all right, mate.
It's coming through. Summer
Got some sunburn there on the side.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it's a lot of sunburn. Nothing to be proud of, mate. I say not good, but yeah, I'm still getting used to the sun on this side of the world, man. Yeah.
How was Australia?
Good, mate. It's
Other
good.
than the heat.
Yeah, other than the heat, yeah. Cool. Wow. I tell you what, I actually went to Melbourne for a couple of days. So I normally spend time in Sydney.
Yeah.
And long story short, when I was due to fly, I was only there for one night.
Yeah.
When I was due to fly back, there was terrible storms in Sydney. So they delayed the flight. So they cancelled my flight, right? This is 9 p.m. on a Sunday night. Cancelled the flight.
Damn.
And they didn't have any flights again until 7 p.m. on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So I stayed for 2 extra nights.
Damn.
Now, obviously, yes, of course, I had to shell out for 2 extra nights accommodation. Not good. But, mate, you been to Melbourne?
No, I've been to Sydney.
Mate, Sydney, this is what we concluded. Sydney by day, Melbourne by night. Man, the food scene in Melbourne is unbelievable. Went for some, what did I go for? I went for an Italian, went for some Middle Eastern, I went for like load of different like just sweet treats during the day. Mate, it's an absolutely incredible city.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome, man.
Nice. All right, well, then, moving very swiftly, speaking of Australia, Speed has been in the news recently because he was in Australia. Now he's in New Zealand. I think he goes back to Australia, I think, right after
Gold
today
Coast,
or something.
I think he said Gold Coast, yeah.
And Queensland, or I don't know if he was saying Queenstown for Queensland.
Oh, that's it. No, sorry, you're right. He's going to Queenstown.
Yeah.
Then he's going to Gold Coast. But that's a good point, actually. People get confused. People say Queensland when they mean Queenstown.
Yeah.
So maybe,
Yeah.
Who knows?
Will he do both? Guess we'll never know.
Until next week.
Till the next stream.
Yeah.
All right, bro. I've never seen this much. I don't even know what the word is, man.
Hysteria.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Insanity, craze. Like, I saw a clip of him yesterday when he was like by the Sky Tower. Oh my God. You'd think it's actually Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah. Do you know what? I reckon Speed has more of a following than Cristiano Ronaldo. Like, sorry, I don't mean numerically. I mean, if Ronaldo came to New Zealand, sure, of course there would be huge hype. I don't know if it would be as big as what Speed got yesterday.
I think culturally, Speed is bigger than Cristiano.
I agree. I think he is.
Damn.
That's actually huge.
That's insane, though. Like, bro, I think he did it at such a perfect time because obviously, if you don't know, Speed has been doing this whole world tour all year this year. He hasn't done this before, I think. He's only been to a couple countries in the past. But this year, he really has dedicated it to like become a full-blown world tour. And I think it's really interesting, the timing of the places that he goes to. So he was in Europe when it was their summer. And obviously, the kids were out of school and stuff. And he's getting swarmed. Obviously, summer is just a better time to be outside and stuff like that. And then if he goes back to the States now, it's probably starting to get colder now and stuff like that. He's like, no, let's go Australia, New Zealand, where it's summer now and schools have just finished. And it's just, I don't know if that's intentional.
He's no fool.
Yeah.
I think he knows what he's doing. I've got to say as well, I really like Speed.
Yeah.
Like, despite that sentence in itself could sound a bit I love it. But despite like the whole streaming community, like, you know, what's that guy? Aiden Ross? Aiden Ross,
yeah.
Kaisen. I'm really not across that at all. Like, it's not my vibe. I don't really know much about it. There's all sorts of problematic things.
Yeah.
Andrew Tate, crypto,
For sure.
whatever.
Yeah.
But I really like Speed. I've liked him for quite a while. I think do you know what? He's funny. Like, he's actually funny.
Yeah.
And he gives shit a go. Like, okay, you know, of course, there's a debate to be had about the haka. Like, should he have done that? Should he have done the haka that he did?
Yeah.
Should he be allowed to do any haka? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But I think it's quite innocently motivated.
Yeah.
I actually, dare I say, I believe in him. I think
He doesn't mean no harm.
No, I think he's a good guy. And also, last thing is that he's not afraid to have the piss taken out of him. Like, when whether it's getting smashed in rugby or basketball or whatever, I think, he's not afraid to look silly, which I like.
It's crazy. Over the last like 24 to 48 hours, he's done it all. He's like, he's met the Waz, he's met Auckland FC, he's met he put on every football jersey in this country there is.
Breakers as well. He was at the Breakers. Played basketball. What's the guy? Taco somebody? I forget. He's like the guy who's
he's super tall, right?
Yeah, he's like 7'6" or something. Man, I'm sure his name's Taco.
Yeah.
And it was absolutely crazy. Because Speed's quite a short guy, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's quite a small guy, but he's quite well built.
Yeah.
But man, the guy was just everywhere.
Yeah. He's Like I don't want to glaze, but he is perfect, man. Like,
He's an amazing guy. Like he's awesome.
Did you know he's 19?
He's 19.
He's 19 now. How long has he been doing this for? He's been doing this for like at least 4 or 5 years.
God, because I remember when he came to the UK to look for Ronaldo or something,
Yeah.
and there was some like big furore because he'd like done some bad tweets like years ago.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I was like, dude, the guy was like 13 when he did those tweets.
He's like a 05 or an 06, bro.
literally,
That's insane. That's baby.
crazy. What year are you?
01.
You're 01, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because for me,
Yeah.
what I find crazy is 2004, right? I
Yeah.
very distinctly remember the World Cup,
Yeah.
like Japan, South
Yeah,
Korea.
yeah, fair,
so when anyone says it's their they're 2004 or after, I'm like, no, my mind is blown. Can't do it.
Yeah, I think for me too, because my next sibling is in 03, so everything 03 and after is like, you are a child to me.
Yeah, crazy.
Like, it's insane. But yeah, it's insane the amount of exposure that everybody has gotten from Speed just being here. I'm pretty sure almost none of it has been paid. I think all of it is like organic and genuine. The fact that like he pulls up to a Sal's Pizza and eats there for 20 minutes, and now Sal's Pizza's socials is all like, Speed was here, Speed just had our pizza. Blah,
I didn't
blah,
even
blah.
know that. I didn't
Yeah,
even
yeah.
know that. No way.
Him meeting the Warriors.
Yeah.
Is like now everybody that sponsored the Warriors gets that piece of content to use. One and Z, everybody else. I don't know. Who else
That's
was the one.
mad.
Auckland FC as well.
Yeah.
They got like what McDonald's, Zeal, Anchor. Now everybody gets like a piece of the pie. And
My God.
speaking of pies, did you see his pie review?
No, do you know what? Right, I've consumed as much Speed content as I possibly could.
Yeah.
I've seen him do. I saw a haka. I saw the Wars.
Yeah.
And I saw basketball. But I've heard there's a pie review.
Yes, there's a pie
I
review.
haven't seen it.
Let's watch it. Let's watch it.
Wait, where did he go? Do we know?
I'm not too sure.
I guess
you
we
know.
might find out in the video.
Yeah. But yeah, man, it's just
Because he was with Jimmy Jackson. Obviously, a couple of NZ
Yes.
creators were bobbling around, and he saw Jimmy Jackson. And yeah, I mean, Jimmy Jackson is very, very good authority on pies. So
Yeah.
I'm glad that he took Speed to
I
enjoy
also
it.
do like the fact that like he was just like with like a local. I don't want to say local. I don't mean to belittle Jimmy Jackson, but like a local influencer that like he's not just walking with this other guy that doesn't know anything about the country. He's like with somebody that knows the country inside and out.
And I think Jimmy Jackson's perfect because he's huge,
Yeah.
but he's also very New Zealand.
Yes.
Which is, yeah, you're absolutely right. It's perfect.
God damn, bro. Let me search this shit.
And Jimmy is very good for comparing New Zealand and Australia pies as well.
Yeah.
In the sense of saying that Australian pies are bad because,
Yeah.
without wanting to generalise, I've had a lot of Australian pies and
Oh, he had a hungy pie.
What is honky? Okay. What is honky? Oh, my people in the chat was feminist. All right, chat, this is honky right here.
But I think he also had a meat pie before that.
oh, is this Rotorua?
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
This is 2 days ago.
Here we go. What is it?
Meat something, fresh crumbs.
I don't taste the meat though.
Usually the first one is always pastry.
Chat, New Zealand got food that you can just be like, all right, mom, I'm out.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Food, like, you don't even have to like sit down and eat it. You can just like
On the go. Yeah.
Wow.
be like,
Yeah. And then he tried.
steak and cheese meatball, let's try.
Yeah,
There we
steak
go.
and
There we
cheese.
go. There we go.
Yeah.
No way. Share the pie with Speed. That's sick. Oh my days.
That shit is good. No way a meatball is actually good.
I don't know what he expects.
This is mad.
A meatball is actually good. Steak and cheese.
Yeah.
Amazing. And I'm glad that you had steak and cheese because don't get me wrong, I love hangi pie.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like you've got to spend a good amount of time in this country trying pies, understanding the significance of hangi before you appreciate a hangi pie.
Yeah.
So to go, yeah, steak and cheese is always going to
Yeah.
be good. I'm salivating watching that.
But yeah, it's crazy, man. Like, he's not doing like a tour where it's just like a random tourist comes in and does like the most popular stuff. He's like really doing stuff. Like, a random tourist coming to New Zealand would not even know about a haka, I think.
Yeah, I think. Well, I think they'd know of it, but they certainly wouldn't have had the wherewithal to learn
Yeah.
a haka or to perform one or to lead one.
Yeah. And yeah. It's insane, man.
But I think just to cut you off, he deserves what he gets because he's enthusiastic, right? He's enthusiastic, he's positive, and he just makes people feel good about their own culture.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've got a lot of respect for him. Is he? I'm sure. Is he the perfect guy? Has he said everything perfectly on stream? Probably not. There's probably a million things that you and I aren't across that he's done that isn't great. But for the most part, Speed, you're a don. Well done.
Now, just one last thing about the Speed thing. I don't know how I feel about him getting swarmed like that. Like, just the idea that these random kids, some of them are obviously adults, a lot of them are adults, obviously. But just, I don't know. Maybe this is me hating. Maybe this is me in my hater bag. But I think it's just a little embarrassing if you're like a grown-ass man running after Speed and barking. I think that is a little embarrassing. Sue me, guys.
I think on the one hand, I see of course I see your point, but at the same time, I think at least it's like a happy thing. Do you know what I mean? At least it's something that's like nice and positive and fun and funny. It's not people taking things too seriously or whatever. It's just someone having a laugh. But I do see your point. It is a bit like you can be like, oh, that's a bit childish. But then if you look back to like Beatlemania or One Direction or whatever, world goes crazy for these icons, and quite often it's like Justin Bieber, for example, with Screaming Girls or whatever. So I think the fact that like there's a dude, because let's be honest, I don't think there was a single girl in any of those crowds, like at all. No. So I think, to be honest, as long as it's all all harmless fun, everyone's doing good, and everyone's being positive, I think it's all right.
I was just hating because I was stuck at work watching the stream. I
was an idiot because Mills is fake. Charlie Gallagher, he's a creator. He's an amazing guy, such a lovely bloke. He went to the Sky Tower and like hid in the Sky Tower. It was like on the off chance that Speed might come here. He was like, I'm just going to try it. Ended up the Speed did come to the Sky Tower and he's on the escalator with Speed and like got a picture with him, and he was just like yeah mate, I'll show you properly after this, but there's a whole thing of it. He really just like he just sort of like did it on the off chance. Wait, where is he? He's in here, so I don't know if this is if chat can see this, but I show so
And that's not even an understatement. I Show Speed was doing a stream in Auckland today, and I decided to make it my goal to try and get on his stream. I decided I was going to camp out Auckland Sky Tower because he had to fucking go there, right? It was kind of a long shot at first because he was playing for the Warriors in East Auckland, but I just knew he had to end his fucking stream. And sure enough, he fucking did, and holy shit, the crowd was listening to him. While everyone was freaking out outside, I was fucking planning inside, bro. I knew that if I went into that crowd, I would not be able to get up to the Sky Tower. And sure enough, Speed comes in, I hop on the escalator, and he was right fucking in front of me.
The amount of people is stupid.
Yeah, shit was starting to go fucking crazy, bro. Literally.
This guy, Charlie. I think it's Charlie Gallagher. Lovely guy. Please follow him. He's an awesome, really sweet guy.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
that's really good. Yeah, it's a new type of celebrity. This streamer thing.
Completely.
It's crazy. Speaking of streamers and celebrities, Kai Cenat has been breaking fucking records recently. He has. So for those that don't know, he's been doing a subathon, and a subathon is basically where like you're streaming for a set amount of hours, but if somebody subscribes to yours, if somebody gifts you a sub on the stream, it like adds like 5 minutes to the stream.
Wow.
So it stays on until obviously there's like a fixed amount. Usually it's like a month or so, but like you stay live the entire time.
Even if you sleep, you just sleep on camera.
Yeah. Sleep, shower, shit on everything on camera.
What?
And I think not enough people have been paying attention. Like, I think this deserves way more attention than it does. But basically, his team is so fucking good, man. So every day he's had celebrity appearances. Just recently he's had Snoop Dogg. The day before he had SZA. Like, the caliber of superstars that he's having on his stream in his house is stupid.
That's crazy.
Stupid. And he recently broke the record for the most amount of subscribers a streamer has ever had, which was just over 500,000 subscribers. Now, just to put that in context, subscribers on Twitch are actually paying members.
Yeah.
A subscription on Twitch is $5.
Wait, so he's on Twitch, not Kick, right?
No, he's on Twitch.
Right, okay.
A subscription on Twitch is $5. He has 500,000 subscribers, and these are monthly subscribers.
That's 2.5
That's 2.5 mil. Usually they have a 70% split. Wait, 0.7.
And how often are these playing that? A month?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
He currently has over 500,000 subscribers.
But this is just one income stream. Like
Yeah,
that's before we talk about brand deals,
That-
YouTube, anything.
And that's not even ad revenue from Twitch. This is
That's just the
paying
subscribers. And also then you also get donations as well, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh
yeah.
my
Yeah, it's not-
gosh.
yeah.
This is
Let alone the
crazy.
deals, the endorsements, the sponsorships, the.
Oh my gosh. I need to start streaming, man.
That's what I'm saying, man.
I need to start streaming.
Turn that camera on, man.
Damn.
What's up, chat? Yeah, but yeah.
Oh, sorry, just quickly, it's very, very
Yeah.
funny. When people say chat, I find it so funny. There was a guy at Dating Void who kept
Yeah.
calling the crowd chat.
Hey, chat. Hey, chat.
chat.
I love when this like fucking super internet brain rotty lingo just bleeds into the.
That is
into
funny. Like chat
Oh,
saying
man.
chat is
Yeah.
that is funny.
All right.
Unbelievable.
Next up, Instagram is in the mix. Instagram is introducing a new feature where you can share your location with your friends, people on Instagram DMs. Now, you can like literally send like a live pin location. I'm pretty sure this has been a thing on Snapchat, maybe on Facebook, and obviously like
Well, it
messages
is on
and
WhatsApp.
stuff.
Yeah.
But now Instagram is finally rolling out. The location, the live location feature is private, and it's only in 1-to-1 scenarios where both people follow each other, which is good.
Yeah.
Because the last thing you'd want is to get fucking sent a location by somebody you don't know. Just please do not pull up to places where you don't know what's going on.
Yeah, completely. I think it's one of those things where I understand people's privacy concerns, but I sort of feel like we're at a point now where we've passed that. Like the technology is so invasive in our lives.
Yeah.
People say like, "Oh, I've turned this off. I've turned tracking off." Mate, like how many times have you talked to someone about, I don't know, carrots, and then you open TikTok and the first thing is a carrot? Do you know what I mean? It's like, I don't want to choose carrots, but you see my point. Like it's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's so insane. The TVs are listening to you. And if you'd have said this stuff like 20, 30 years ago, you'd have been put in a straitjacket and a padded room.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
now it's like, it is actually true. There's obviously not a person sitting there listening to you and me talking about carrots, but there is, I don't know, it's AI or whatever system it is. So that's a big roundabout way of saying, I don't think it's that much of an issue. I think it's an interesting feature, but also let's not forget this has been going on Meta on WhatsApp for years. I'm pretty sure you can do it on Messenger.
Yes.
So it's all the same company, right? So it's all going to be the
Obviously,
same
there's parameters on the feature, so you can only share your live location for 1 hour at a time, and it can obviously be paused or stopped at any time. And it's obviously off by default, which is, I'd fucking hope it is.
Yeah, damn straight. Well, there's the thing. I don't know if you've seen it, but there's maps on Instagram now as
Yes.
well. Yeah, like
Yes.
the Snapchat map. I
Yeah.
mean, and I on my, obviously I've got my personal account, I've got my social media account, but on my Curls account, there's, I follow maybe like 1,000 people. On my personal, I only follow like 200. On my personal, nobody has got that turned on.
Yeah.
On my Curls one, quite a lot of people do.
Yeah.
Which is mad. That is different. Like turning it on, as you say, 1-to-1 is fine. But putting it on a map for like any random to see,
That's what I'm saying.
Nah, no way.
Even on Snapchat, the fact that people just have their location on with everybody they have on Snapchat is insane to me.
But also, it shows the exact
Yeah,
house.
yeah,
It's not just like I'm in Auckland. It's
Yeah,
like this is the number house I live at.
I don't know about Instagram, but on Snapchat, I think you could. I don't know how it is now, but when I was big on Snapchat, you could like see the directions to the place from within the app.
No,
So like,
No
not
way.
only does it give you just like a pin, it tells you the address
how to
in the
get
Maps
there.
app,
No.
which is like insane.
I
bro.
don't like that. I don't
Yeah.
like that. Well, also, like, let's be honest, for us lads, or for us too,
Yeah.
it's not that much of an issue, but, you got to think about young girls or young anyone, really, or
Yeah,
just anyone who can attract the wrong kind of person, then that's
Yeah.
that is shocking. Yeah, that is shocking.
And a lot more breakups are on the way, so
Yeah.
stay strapped. Just hold it down, guys, till Valentine's.
Yeah,
That's all.
not long to go. Christmas
Yeah.
as well. And my birthday is 4th of February. So
Is it?
It is, mate. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so it's coming
That's a
up.
fun little 10-day window.
Oh, you're telling me. You're telling me, mate. Honestly.
One last one is Gen Z. Now, there's this new study that came out saying Gen Z reportedly sees $587K as the minimum salary for financial success. Wow. I think we don't know I think Gen Z in general does not understand what financial success is.
I find it so interesting. So just quickly, how like since Gen Z have become become into the sphere of adulthood, the obsession with like Gen Z as a concept is
Yep.
is crazy. Like I remember when I was maybe, I don't know, 18 or whatever, the word millennial like floated around a little bit, and it was
Yeah.
like about buying avocado toast or whatever.
Yeah.
But like not really. But in the past like 3 or 4 5 years, the amount of times I've heard Gen Z, it's crazy. The obsession with like grouping this generation of people together is unbelievable.
It's such an identity thing now.
It's
that, like,
crazy though, isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah.
But I guess maybe because of things like TikTok, where Gen Z are all kind of hanging out, maybe there is a bit more uniformity among people. I don't know. I don't really know.
I think this is interesting. I think so. They ran the study across different generations, and I think this was interesting. So for a yearly salary, Gen Z, for a yearly salary to gain financial success, they asked different generations, and Gen Z is aiming for 587K. Millennials target 180K. Gen X target 212K, which is like just the generation above, and baby boomers target just 99K. So it just shows you the discrepancy is.
It's wild, isn't it? I think a lot of Gen Z as well. I can't understand what it was like to have gone through COVID. I mean, you're what? Are you 23?
Yeah.
So you would have gone through COVID when you were what, 19, 18,
Yeah.
19? So yeah, to be fair, I can't. I know obviously we were lucky in New Zealand because we didn't have it too bad.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine what like. I mean, some people like didn't get to go to uni because of COVID, and like a lot of people back home in the UK were down for like 18 months. So I do think there was probably a lot of generational impact from that.
Yeah.
So what the fallout of that is, I don't know, but it would definitely have skewed for a whole generation of people the idea of what working means.
I think also it's the implication of like how, like I feel like, and this is again in general obviously, but like the past generations have had, or like the past generations have had their stuff passed, like the stuff that they really were dying to get, they either got or just started having kids and stopped giving a fuck about it.
Yeah.
But I feel like Gen Z is in this like really funny position where like they have this like insane consumer mindset that they're like, oh, I missed out on 4 years of like whatever. Now is the time. Like I still want to get the stuff. A lot of them haven't started families, so like the responsibilities aren't like bigger than their individual needs. So maybe there's something in there.
Yeah, I think you're right, and that's a really good way of looking at it. And I do think that the traditional family structure, or even getting married, having kids, is plummeting and going to continue to plummet.
Yeah.
And even like because a couple of my mates are now starting to get married, and my mum and dad were like, "Wow, yeah, it's crazy how much older people are to get married." But I look at New Zealand and I say people here get married and get into relationships so young, especially compared to the UK, like way young. But I think you're totally right. There's a lot to be said for Gen Z. Not just now, but in 10 years' time. And God knows what's going to happen when we start talking about Alpha, Generation
Gen
Alpha.
Yeah.
That's a whole different thing.
If you thought Gen Z was iPad kids, brother.
Just you wait. Skip it
Run for a real one.
Oh, mate. Yeah. Insane.
On that note, guys, thank you so much for tuning to the podcast. Coles, any final words?
Thank you so much. Watch Speed's content about New Zealand because it was good. See you tomorrow.
Skibbity.